Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me for another Hormonology tip. I'm Gabrielle Lichterman, founder of Hormonology. I am also the creator of the popular hormone horoscope menstrual cycle tracker apps, as well as the female forecaster menstrual cycle tracker apps, which are for boyfriends and husbands of cycling partners. I also happen to be the person who pioneered the movement to live in sync with your cycle. I know that sounds like a big like a big statement, but it's actually true. It all started with my book, the first edition of my book, 28 Days, in 2005. I know I've been talking about this since 2005, and I know it's really taken off now, the cycle syncing movement, but it's taken a lot of work to get here, and I'm very proud of having started it. So this is my book from 2005, 28 Days, the first edition, and this year I came out with an updated version of 28 Days, in case you have been asleep for the last few months, or you haven't watched one of my videos or seen me on social media touting it. This is the new updated and expanded version of 28 Days. So this one was from 2005, and this is 2019. That's 14 more years of research and great tips, and you can see it's a much bigger book, it's a much thicker book, so it's fully updated, fully expanded, and it's great, and I recommend it highly, and you can get it at Amazon around the world. But that's not why you're here, is it? That's just the intro. You're here because you either have migraines or you know someone who has migraines. And I know all about migraines because I've had them my entire life. Both parents had migraines and I inherited both their genes. So I ended up with whoppers of migraines. And I also happen to be a women's health journalist. So I was in a position to report on migraines, gosh, for over 25 years now. And in my blog on myhormonology.com, you'll see a lot of posts about migraines because I experience them. And I report on a lot of different supplements that help with migraines. A lot of different lifestyle habits. It's all study proven. Again, I'm a women's health journalist, so I get to research and report on these great studies. And I want to talk about one study today that's really important that is not getting any traction, it's not getting any exposure, and it really needs to be. Okay, so if you get menstrual migraines, this means that you get migraines in the days leading up to and shortly after your period. That's a menstrual migraine. And if you think that menstrual migraines are worse, more head poundy and more intense than any other migraine you get, you're right. Because research shows menstrual migraines are more painful and they last longer. And on top of all that, they're harder to treat. So they really suck. They really, really, really suck. So as I said in my website and my blog, myhormonology.com, I talk a lot about different supplements that help with menstrual migraines. But today I want to talk to you about something that is a different type of migraine, but related to your period. And there is a supplement that can fix it, that can avoid, that can help you prevent this type of migraine. It is called the end-menstrual migraine. This type of migraine hits at the tail end of your period. Shortly after your period ends or as it's ending, you get the headbanger. So a menstrual migraine hits you in the 3 or 4 days leading up to your period, before your period, and the first 3 or 4 days of your period. So that's your menstrual migraine. But an end menstrual migraine hits at the tail end of your period or shortly thereafter. And a study I'm going to read my notes today because I want to get everything right. It's a study that was published in the January 2017 issue of the journal Headache. A study examined menstruating women who had menstrual migraines, and those who got these end menstrual migraines, these tail end migraines, they were overwhelmingly, 93.3% of them were low in iron. So their iron store was low. And so the lead authors posited that Menstrual migraines that happen at the end of your period, end-menstrual migraines, aren't due to hormone fluctuations. They're not due to estrogen dropping or rising sharply like we get right before our period and right after our period. They believe that end-menstrual migraines are due to low iron caused by menstrual fluid. We lose iron by losing menstrual fluid during our period. So as you bleed, as you shed blood during your period, you lose energizing iron. You lose that mineral. It's just a natural biological thing that happens. We have iron in our blood. We lose that blood. Our iron goes down. And so they believe that at the end of your period, if you're getting this migraine, that means that it's due to a drop in iron. Now, I had the privilege of interviewing the lead author of this study, Dr. Ann Calhoun, who is a headache specialist, longtime headache specialist, and she's at the Carolina Headache Institute. And her follow-up research reinforced that these end menstrual migraines are in fact due to low iron. Because when she gave iron back to her patients who got these end menstrual migraines, they didn't get the migraines, or these migraines were less severe. This is great information for anyone who gets migraines to know. Because end menstrual migraines, Dr. Calhoun's studies show, impact 35% of those who menstruate and get migraines. That means 1 in 3 of us who get menstrual migraines are actually getting end menstrual migraines. And that's good news. Why? Because there's a simple fix. You just up your iron. That's it. You keep your iron up all cycle long. So that means every day you're going to be eating foods higher in iron, such as oysters, beans, fortified cereal. That's how I get my iron, fortified cereal, liver, tofu, whatever is healthy for you, whatever is a food high in iron for your particular diet. I know we all have different food plans we follow nowadays, but whatever it is, up your intake of those iron-rich foods. Or take an iron supplement. In the US, the recommended dietary amount for iron is 18 milligrams, for women 19 to 50. Now, if you have heavy menstrual bleeding, you may need more iron than that. And if you are a female athlete, or you're active, incredibly active, very, very active, maybe you're a runner, you may need more iron than that. And if that's the case, talk with your healthcare provider about it. You don't want to go too high on iron on your own, because too much iron can be detrimental. But you don't want to be low either, because you can prevent these end menstrual migraines. In fact, one symptom of low iron is these end menstrual migraines. So if you're getting these migraines at the tail end of your period, then you know, okay, this is a sign that I'm low in iron. Other signs of low iron due to menstruation are fatigue, insomnia, irritability, and sadness. And that's because iron actually helps the brain create serotonin. And serotonin is a brain chemical that's needed for mood and sleep and energy. And it may just be that because iron is needed for serotonin, and serotonin has been implicated in migraine, that if you're low in iron, your brain isn't making enough serotonin, or it's somehow dysregulating serotonin in a way that triggers this end menstrual migraine. Either way, if you're getting your migraine at the tail end of your period, iron is the way to go. Now, there's one caveat. There is a genetic disorder, hemochromatosis, that makes it difficult for some people, or impossible for some people, to process iron correctly. So if you have that iron metabolizing disorder, or you're not sure, ask your doctor first before upping your iron. But for most people, iron is a safe mineral to take either through your diet or through supplements. So I hope this helps everyone who either has menstrual-related migraines or knows someone. This This study didn't get a lot of airplay. This study didn't get a lot of press. It should, because it impacts 1 in 3 people who have menstrual-related migraines. So I'm asking you, if you have menstrual-related migraines or know someone who does, share this. Share this video on social media, tag your friend, or just send it to them in an email. Share this information, because if you can help someone prevent migraines, at least 1 migraine a month, you'd be doing them such a favor. You'd be adding pain-free days to their life. And as somebody who has had migraines her whole life, I can tell you how valuable that is. So you'd be doing a really good deed for someone by sharing this video. All right, so if you have any questions, please always feel free to email me, Gabrielle@myhormonology.com. You can leave questions down below in the posts, in the comments section. And of course, if you have questions about, how your hormones impact your moods, health, and behavior, always go to my website, myhormonology.com. I have tons of free tools that you can, that will help get you started, including my free ebooks, which I love. You just download them, and they're just great. It's like a great starter kit for your hormones, how to find out how your hormones impact you every day. All right, so that is it today. I hope this helped, and until next time.